a mismatch, a rematch, and the unmatched Errol Spence. Plus, lots more on SHO Report for the month of June. Hi again, everybody. I'm Barry Tompkins. It started across the pond on YouTube and Facebook Live as Tyson Fury returned to the ring after an absence of over 2.5 years. Facing unknown journeyman Seferi, the fisticuffs began not with a punch, but with a peck, and deteriorated from there.
So you know you're going to get jokes and all sorts of antics with Fury. That's just the way he is.
Weighing 30 pounds more than he did when he dethroned Klitschko, Fury stalked his overwhelmed and undersized opponent in a bout that featured mostly missed haymakers and pointless clowning. With little damage done, the contest was mysteriously, and for the audience, mercifully, stopped at the end of the 4th round.
I'm in Bern going away to training camp to start again for the Belfast-Frampton show.
It was, to paraphrase the words of an immortal literary champion, a bout full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Then it was off to the Staples Center for SHO Champ. In recent years, Jermell Charlo has enigmatically turned into a puncher. With only 11 KOs in his first 26 matchups, he entered the ring against former champion Austin Trout with a 4-fight knockout streak. But against his slick opponent, Charlo was forced to fight what boxing writers euphemistically call a tactical bout.
And Charlo looking to land that right hand now on Austin Trout.
While the contest lacked fireworks expected in a Charlo fight, he used his superior strength and educated right hand to school his opponent.
Charlo marching down and knocked Trout down with that left hand when he slipped.
He dropped an off-balance Trout in the 3rd.
3, 4, 5, look at me, 6.
And scored another knockdown in the 9th, with what appeared to be a push rather than a punch. These 2 ruled knockdowns ensured Charlo the victory and could set up the unification fight we all want to see. Charlo versus Jarrett Hurd. Then the main event, the rematch between hometown rivals and 4-time champions Leo Santa Cruz and Abner Modeste. Their first bout had been a candidate for Fight of the Year, and this time they were fighting for more than the Championship of LA or the Championship of the World. Instead, they were fighting to be the champion of each other.
It's already a barn burner, Chapter 2 of the Battle of Los Angeles.
It was non-stop action from the opening bell. Close to 2,000 punches were thrown, and both displayed the heart and the skills that have made them perennial fan favorites.
Nice exchange to close out round 7 here at the Staples Center in Los Angeles.
But Santa Cruz's height and counterpunching prevailed, effectively preventing the shorter Modeste from closing the gap.
What a fight!
This rematch win could lead to yet another rematch, for in the amateurs, Santa Cruz lost a close decision to boxing's other top featherweight champion, Gary Russell. 1 week later, it was a homecoming Texas style. For the first time since winning the title, welterweight champion Errol Spence brought his undefeated record and pound-for-pound reputation back to his home state. More specifically, to the house that Jerry built, the impressive headquarters and training facility of the Dallas Cowboys. To the delight of 14,000 fans, Spence entered the arena wearing the silver and blue colors of his favorite team, the sacrificial lamb, his mandatory opponent, the undefeated but untested Carlos Ocampo. The contest lasted slightly longer than the ring walk.
Carlos Ocampo gets dropped with 1 second left in the opening round.
The Lone Star State clearly has a new star.
You're bad to the bone, all right?
The month closed with a Detroit doubleheader featuring 2 of the best female fighters in years. Up first, Germany's undefeated world champion Christina Hammer making her U.S. debut. Using her dominant jab, Hammer controlled both distance and tempo and easily outclassed the game Tori Nelson.
WBC female middleweight champion of the world.
Then it was time for arguably the most dominant female fighter today, Claressa Shields. She's the only American boxer to win Olympic gold in back-to-back games. In the pros, she's won 2 super middleweight titles in only 5 fights and was now dropping down to 160 pounds to add 2 more belts to her collection. Despite Shields' reputation, Her opponent, the experienced super welterweight champ Hannah Gabriels, moved up for this opportunity. She began the bout with her confidence high and her hands low, and much to the surprise of the crowd, accomplished the implausible.
Uppercut and down goes Shields.
Shields, probably more surprised than hurt, rallied. It was back and forth action, interrupted by headbutts and a bad cut, but Shields, using her superior size and speed, took control. Did this fight with that first round knockdown prove Shields is vulnerable? Or did her comeback from that knockdown make her even more formidable? These questions will be answered when she finally takes on Hammer, her longtime rival.
Hammer, I'll whoop your ass.
Clearly, these two women don't like each other.
Get in the ring now. Strap up.
They will hopefully settle their differences in the ring in the near future. Coming up next, a battle of two undefeated champions and Showtime's third unification bout this year. Mikey Garcia, a 4-division champ, is moving down in weight to try and unify against fellow belt holder, the 5'11", 135-pound Robert Easton.
I'm here to take on big fights, big challenges, world champions.
The best, fighting the best. This is what boxing is all about.
Well, that's a wrap for the SHO report for the month of June. I'm Barry Tompkins.